I went for the first time in 54. That time the Supreme Court was sitting in Parliament House in a portion which was known as Prince's Chamber, in the Supreme Court which was sitting there. I went there, and it's a very funny incident which I must narrate. That one South Indian lawyer whose jacket and the gown had become greenish, and I think jacket or gown, there was a patch also. He was wearing chappals full of patches. His turban also slightly torn. And he greeted me. So I thought he was just like those police court lawyers who are briefless, and you give them tea or something, they feel happy. So lunchtime was nearing. So I invited him for lunch, and he readily agreed. And we had a hearty lunch. It's a subsidized lunch. Superb meal in the Parliament House, and throwaway price. So we both of us had a hearty lunch. Then came up, and I also went to court number 1. S.R. Das was the Chief Justice, and this man also, the turban man. Then his matter was called out, and he started arguing. And the Chief Justice would say, pardon me for the interruption, pardon me for the interruption. But then who is this man whom I thought was briefless? So I asked Raji Debar, who was a government agent. They were known as agents. Purush Mehta also was government agent. So I asked Debar Bhai, Raji Bhai, who is this man? You do not know. He is Vishwanath Shastri. He was such a great lawyer that you brief him in the heaviest matter at 10:15, and the matter is at 10:30. Whether in income tax, civil, criminal, or constitutional, he can argue.
Brilliant. So you appeared in many landmark cases yourself. One of them, of course, was the Bank Nationalization Case, where you appeared with Nani. Can you tell us something about that and your memories of that case and working with Nani?
I will tell you. Nani had challenged the ordinance only. And then it was converted into act, which he had not challenged. So he was given time to challenge the act, replace it. So because he was so busy, he could not do it. And then only 2 days were left. So he approached Soli that, will you please help? I can't, but Avinash has prepared a very good draft, because Jangu had told me to, we'll challenge it, Prof. Gagarar Company. So I prepared. So it was lying. So Nani rang me up at night, 8:45 at night. Avinash, you have got, can you bring your draft with and come right now? So I went to his place about 9:30, 9:45. He read the whole thing, and he said, do you mind if I put my name as the person who has settled it? It will be a matter of great honor. So okay, you do it. But okay, we will delete the reference to Gopalan, because I had said that it requires to be reconsidered and overruled. That was the first case before the Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court was constituted. Year 1950, Supreme Court, page 27.
No, I see.
And they acknowledge also. He said we'll delete reference because from 1950 it has been followed and refollowed, extended to property also. So I said no. Then remove my name as the draftsman.
Oh, I see.
Okay, why? Because Nambiar was at the Delhi airport, I was also there. And he used to come to Bombay, and I was always with him in Volta's matter. So he knew me very well. So he told me at the Delhi airport that Patanjali Shastri, who was then the Chief Justice, told Nambiar that, Nambiar, your submissions were right in Gopalan and my judgment was wrong.
Oh, I see.
But I was taken in by his submission. Motilal was there.
Oh.
So he pointed out to me. So I said that in what way it was wrongly decided, but his plane was, the departure was announced, so he went away. So whatever occurred to me, the thought, I put it that for reasons A, B and C. So we'll keep it. And when he touched Gopalan's case, everyone in the court was absolutely tense, and we knew that it is going to be overruled.
You also had experience of appearing with H.M. Seervai. Could you tell us something about that?
See, so far as Nani is concerned, his familiarity with case law was very negligible. But once you give him a case, the way he would analyze, nobody else can do it. So according to me, where all the top lawyers ended, Nani began.
Oh.
But in sheer advocacy, our Daftari, Chandubhai, was far ahead. But so far as Hormati Seervai is concerned, phenomenal knowledge. He knew each and every case, whether it is English or the American or the Australian or the New Zealand or even continental. So in judges transfer case, there were 7 judges, quite knowledgeable. Then Tarkunde was himself a petitioner, so he was also there. Then Soli was there, Katu Cooper was there, Jangu Gagrat was there, I was also there, and Lal Narayan Sinha, Attorney General. Then Parasaran was the Solicitor General, and our Mrudul. So everybody quite knowledgeable, and we knew so many cases. But we could not take Seervai by surprise in respect of any single case. So one of the judges, Venkataramaya, he received the All England report that day only, and where the case which was reported was directly relevant for us. So he told all his brother judges that we'll today take him by surprise. So they came to the court, and soon after the hearing started, Venkataramaya said, Mr. Seervai, suppose that your lordship has got this case in mind.
Oh.
And Bhagwati laughed at the discomfiture of his brother judge and at the brilliance of Harmati Seervai. It's absolutely brilliant.
So talking about your own role in the profession, where you helped or you assisted in the Sri Krishna Commission, you were special counsel, and I believe it went on for almost 5 or 6 years. Is that correct?
No, 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
And but there was a very interesting incident that happened during that time when 2 judges of the US Supreme Court happened to be in Bombay.
Mrs. Justice Ruth Ginsburg and Scalia. They came to India and they attended the court, High Court. And our Pense was the acting chief of full-fledged Chief Justice. So he told me that you take them around to all the courts, bring them to my court also. So in their hand, there was a inquiry report prepared by Justice Daud and Justice Suresh in respect to the same riots. So they said, why are you holding this new inquiry? This is because that was no inquiry. These 2 judges met a few Muslims, not all. And whatever they accepted. They did not approach any policemen nor any Hindus. And on the basis, they had prepared this report. Oh, I see. And this is the official commission appointed by the state government, and he's a sitting judge. And I'm the chief counsel for it. So they came. And police commissioner was under cross-examination. Adik Shirorkar and Muchala, they were grilling him. This is real democracy, both the judges said. And this is true justice also. See, the judge does not interfere and allow them to cross-examine. The police commissioner is being grilled this way. This is real. We don't want to go to any other court. You will have to go to Pence's court at least. Otherwise, he will kill me. He will withdraw my son. So we went there. And within 5 minutes, they wanted to leave. I said, no, sit for another 5 minutes. After 10 minutes, they again came and they played. Now, the story does not end here.
Oh.
Every year, I go to United States. And every year, I would go to Washington, D.C. Shashi's friend had an apartment in Watergate Mansion. And this Ginsburg also was staying in that apartment. There was a documentary on her. And although she was in advanced stage of cancer and she was dying, she was attending the court just to thwart the efforts of Trump to have a Republican judge. Oh. So she was attending the court. And this documentary was a regular film. It was running in full houses. So I saw and I liked it immensely. When I came to know that the judge is living in the same building where I was there, so I said, she won't see anybody. I said, you please let her know that the advocate who took them around in the riot commission. She let me in for about 30 seconds. I said, I have seen your documentary, wonderful, and I admire you. God bless you and get well soon. 30 seconds hardly. But that was my cherished memory.
So, Kaka, going beyond the law, you've authored 3 books. One of them, the Bombay High Court, a Chronicle of Judges and Lawyers, 1947 to 2013.
I'll tell you about that book.
Yes.
That on my birthday, we were celebrating in Bombay Gymkhana. Dhananjay Chandrachud asked Yash, my son, and Shashi that how does he spend his time. So they say he writes Sai Baba's name. Then he came to me. Instead of writing Sai Baba, why don't you write the history of Bombay High Court?
Oh, I see.
After 15 minutes, again he came. I was not joking. I sincerely believe that. I said, well, Soli, Fali, all these people, they don't have the time. You have got time and you will be able to do justice.
And your memory, of course.
Then our Mohit Bhai Shah, the Chief Justice, came to my place. I said, don't come to my place because there is no elevator. You have to climb 3 stairs. If you can come 3 3 times a day you come down and up. So why can't you? I can also come at least once. And he came to our place, and he formally asked me to write the history. At cricket ground also you tell us so many stories, so you write. So I wrote this story. They liked it very much.
Miscellaneous Law is the other book you've written. And this, I believe, was released by Rohinton Nariman. What was the inspiration behind this book?
I always sit during the lunch hour in room number 36 because all those cricketers of the past, Siraj Gupte, all the people, they sit there.
On the appellate side.
Yeah, so we talk about so I would tell them stories about all these people. So they say that Bhulabhai, nobody knew that he was a lawyer. Jamshedji Kanga, we know very little. There are so many other lawyers you talk about. Why don't you write a book? So I said, this is good idea. So I started writing. Then I sent it to our chamber people. Okay, it reads very well. So, okay, all right. Then I wrote. And Bhulabhai Desai also wrote. Because Jamshedji Kanga was always telling me that Tamara Gandhi Mara Bhula na mari naikho. He was telling me.
Why would he say that?
So I did not know. But when I wrote this book, I realized that Jamshedji Kanga, what he was saying was true.
So is it true, Kaka, that Bhulabhai never made any notes, however heavy the brief?
He was making notes, but in verity saw him and he asked him, Bhula, what are you doing? Try make it. He tore without his permission. Trust your memory. Bhulabhai took him so seriously that he never made any notes.
After that?
After that.
So the third book...
And he argued in INA trial for 4 days without even opening the ribbon of the book, of his brief.
Fantastic. Fantastic. The third book I was going to ask you about is about your spiritual guru. Can you tell us about your spiritual guru, Satya Sai Baba?
See, whatever I am in the profession or in life, it's all due to his compassion. I was fortunate enough to have very saintly parents. We did not get any monetary wealth, but values, yes. First is that Daiva Priti, Papa Priti, Sangha Niti. That love your God, not God-fearing. Because if you are God-fearing, you will run away. Papa Bhiti, be afraid of the sin. And Sanganiti, observe morality in the society. If you follow this, then one more thing, there is no act from Upanishad, no act more meritorious than to help others, no act more heinous than to harm others. Satya Sai Baba puts it in the form of a slogan. He said, help ever, hurt never. But the rider that he has added, I would appeal all of you to adopt and implement. The rider is, even if we cannot help anyone at any time, if all of us will resolve not to hurt anyone at any time, this world will be a much better place to live in.
That's a noble thought, and let me share with you. I've known Kaka ever since I joined the profession, maybe a few years before that. He's a living embodiment of whatever he has just told us should be the philosophy in our lives. And I believe, Kaka, you get up every day early in the morning to do this Prabhat Feras. Can you tell us?
That is on Thursday. Formerly we were doing it on 4 days. But now only on Thursday morning, we start from Marine Drive on the D Road. We walk up to CCI.
CCI, okay.
And then come back. So singing the bhajans.
So what is the object of this exercise? What is
you see, early in the morning, the violent vibrations are still dormant. We start at 5:15 and at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
So if you recite and send positive vibrations in the atmosphere, at least there would be some peace.
So coming now to your cricketing journey.
Yeah. First thing I must tell you about, in 1935, Jack Ryder, the great Australian captain, he had come with his team. They came to Rajkot. And in both the innings, he was out for a duck. And who was the person who took his wicket? Hari Mali.
Oh.
Great off spinner. And it in Rajkot, in Gujarati, it is said that Utna 18 ka, Haribhai na 19. The cricket parts. Because he then one man shot, the other leg also one shot, one. And when he was so poor that people rejected neckties, he would use it as a belt. Oh. And when everybody was enjoying their drinks, he would be taking out Amritanjan balm and apply. So that I saw him in 1935. In 1948, when I was playing for my state, one man in dirty dhoti, khadi, and dirty kurta, and rubber tire, motor car rubber tires, slippers he was wearing, and Gandhiji type of spectacles. One spectacle there were cracks also. Oh. And he was saying, you pitch it here. I thought, who is this man? Then when I went to bat, ego. I was opening for the opening batsman. So I said, would you like to bowl? Yeah. First ball, clean ball. Second ball, clean ball. Third ball, clean. I could not make any sense. Such spine spin. Who are you? Hari Mali. Hari bhai, Jack Ryder. શું કરો છો? I am a gardener in famous Moti Bagh, which was close by, earning 2 rupees salary.
Oh my God.
That was the condition of such a great bowler.
Kaka, you had told us a very interesting story about Durb Singh ji and Jesse Owens.
Then I happened to meet this one, our Bapu, Dulip Singh ji. I said, Bapu, how to invite this man?
You wanted to invite Jesse Owens.
So he said, write a letter to President Truman. Like idiots, we wrote. No acknowledgement also. Forget the response. Then Eisenhower, again we wrote. Either due to our request or for any reason, Jesse Owens came as his goodwill ambassador. My brother also, I called him from Junagadh. So at my request, he allowed my brother to be photographed with him, and which appeared in Free Press Journal. So it is not Ipsy-Dixit. His photo appeared in Free Press Journal. Then I happened to ask him that how did you feel when Hitler refused to shake hands with you? I don't care, but I felt hurt, humiliated, insulted when my own president, President Roosevelt, refused to shake hands with me on the ground that I was a bloody nigger.
Oh.
That was it exactly.
Oh my God.
There were banquets arranged for him, but if Roosevelt were there, he was not allowed to attend. They were all, 4 of them, that to eat in the kitchen. And if the white chef objected, they would eat in the passages.
Oh my God. So finally, Kaka, I mean, you have so many stories to tell. I think this interview could go on for, I don't know how long. I would like to end by asking you, what is the advice you would like to give the younger generation of lawyers?
I can't do anything better than quote an American author of yesteryears, Orison Swett Marden. He said, downright hard work and persistent endeavor are the only legal tender that success recognizes.
Thank you so much, Kaka. That's a wonderful...
Only thing is, this book, the lawyers, they are concrete example of hard work and honesty.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In fact, I feel honored that one of the finest lawyers in India and a top-class senior advocate